Hi, friends. I hope you are ready for week 3 of Thursday themed bags. This week was 4th of July themed since it's coming up this weekend. Today, we're going to actually make a treat that you could probably share with your family on the 4th of July, so this should be a fun one. Before we get started, I want to read a story. The night before the 4th of July. 'Twas the night before the 4th, and all across the USA, Americans were gearing up for Independence Day. Mom tied up the bunting while I gave Dad a hand. We hung up the flag from our porch stand. The night we both slept sprawled out in our beds with visions of fireworks popping in our heads. I love to watch the fireworks, do you? They're so beautiful. Skip the page here. There we go. The next morning, we dressed up in red, white, and blue. I even wore stars, one on each shoe. Just like our American flag, the red, white, and blue, and the stars, beautiful. We line up on Main Street. Look, here come parade floats. Hooray for the marching band and the 4-H club goats. Oh my goodness, there's goats in this parade. Oh, sticky pages. The mayor tosses candy. I shout, "Here, here!" Uncle Sam, walking on stilts, brought up the rear. Friends and family come over for a backyard barbecue. Dad fired up the grill as a storm started to brew. The goodies were set on the picnic table with care. "Get 'em while they're hot," hollered Dad, flipping burgers in the air. What do you like to eat at a picnic? On the 4th of July. Do you like hot dogs or do you like hamburgers? I think I like hamburgers better. Those are my favorite. But just when we sat down, it started to pour. Oh no. "Grab the food," shouted Mom. And we raced through the door. In hot dogs and salads and blueberry pie, in melon and corn. Keep those chips dry. We gather in the kitchen and spilled into the hall. "Squeeze in," said Mom. "There's room for us all." As we munched on our food, Grandma turned to Grandpop. "There'll be no more fireworks show if the rain doesn't stop." "What?" we all shouted. "No rockets, red glare. 4th of July without fireworks? That's totally not fair." When what to our wondering eyes should appear, with the rain suddenly stopping, the sky was now clear. We piled in the car and drove to the park. We threw down a blanket as it began to grow dark. Dad lit the sparklers. We drew circles in the air. We snapped glowing sticks on our wrists and glow halos in our hair. They are ready. The first firework was launched high in the night. It bloomed like a fire with exploding with light. Whiz, crackle, boom, woohoo, cheered the crowd. But my brother covered his ears and whimpered, "That's too loud." The band played the national anthem. Dad sang, "Oh, say, can you see?" That's when I covered my ears because he was way out of key. And now the grand finale, wow, the best I've seen yet. A sky filled with colors, a show I'll never forget. When the last firework fizzled like fairy dust in the sky, we all cheered and shouted, "Happy 4th of July!" I'm so excited because this is actually one of my favorite holidays. I love to have a barbecue. I hope mine doesn't get rained out like it did in the story, but I'm glad they got to see fireworks at the end because that is so much fun. All right, so now to get to our cooking activity. Again, you can see I'm in my kitchen because I need some things. I have a few things out that you're going to need that are not in your bag, so let me show you what those are before we get started. I used a pan. I just thought it would be easier. There's a big baking sheet. Do you see it? And on it, I put tin foil. That's just so it doesn't get messy. But if I want to just do it on the pan, I can. You don't have to have tin foil, up to your mom and dad. Okay, so I have my pan with my baking foil on it, aluminum foil. Okay, another thing that you're going to definitely need is a bowl. Any kind of bowl that can go in the microwave is good. Okay, I'm going to show you 2 ways to do this. Oh, excuse me, one more thing that you will need is a spoon. So make sure you have one of those handy. So 3 things that are not in your bag. Another way that you can do this, and it's up to you, I'll show you 2 ways. You choose which one is easiest for you or which one you like better. Another thing I'm going to have is a cup and a plastic baggie and then some scissors. So these things are optional. You definitely need the pan, the bowl, and your spoon. All right, so we're going to make something that I like to call patriotic popcorn. Patriotic goes along with our 4th of July theme. When you're an American, you're proud to be an American, you are patriotic. So we are proud Americans. We're going to make some patriotic popcorn. So obviously, when I open my bag, I'm hoping I find some popcorn. I'm going to take a peek. Here are the things that we have. So, oh, yes. Number 1, I did find some popcorn. Where do I put the popcorn to make it hot and to make it pop? Should I put it in my refrigerator? No, probably not. That makes it cold. No, I'm probably going to put it in my microwave. You can't actually see it right now, but I'll show you when I cook it. So I have my popcorn. I have some sprinkles. These are red, white, and blue, just like our American flag. And I have this, which it says candy melts. It's actually just chocolate, and it's blue because red, white, and blue. We're trying to make it look like our American flag. So let me show you the steps of how we're going to make this. Step number 1, we're going to start with our popcorn. And I'm going to open it up. I want you to use your fingers, try it, pinch on 2 sides. Pinch, pinch, pinch. And then pull. And hopefully you can get your bag out. If you have troubles, ask mom or dad, but try it first. And then hold it at the end, pull out your bag. And then we're going to open it up. You're going to see it says this side down. So when I put it in my microwave, I'm going to lay it down just like this. And it gives you instructions. Your microwave might be different than mine. It says for 1 to 4 minutes. I'm going to try it for 3. If it doesn't all pop, that's okay. Okay, so I am going to open it up, lay it flat. Remember, this side is going down. So let's take a peek. Here's my microwave. Open it up. Put that in there. Now, when I do 3 minutes, I actually have to enter 300. So you're going to find your keys. Press 300, and then look for that start button. Remember, again, it looks like a triangle usually. And then you're going to press start. And then we'll listen for it to pop. So that's going to sit in there for a few minutes. And while that's in the microwave, while that's popping, I'm going to work on the next step. So for me, the next step, I want to go ahead and open my Candy Melt, the chocolate. Same thing. hinge on two sides, fall apart. You know what? This one's tricky. I can tell you that already. I can try it that way, but I'm going to use my scissors and cut it open. And then set that to the side. These look like this. They're little circles. They are going to melt, and we're going to put this over the top of our popcorn. Ooh, do you hear it popping? Yeah, popcorn. Okay, so our chocolate, we are going to pour into our bowl because we have to melt it. Again, it has to get hot, so it's going to go in the microwave after the popcorn. It's so tricky to melt, so you have to do it very carefully, but pour them into my bowl. I don't know if I need it all. I'll do about half. That to the side while the popcorn keeps popping. It'll smell really good in here. Close up my chocolate and put that over here. And then I'm also, you know what, I want to read the ingredients, or excuse me, the directions, because they're kind of tricky. Yep. Okay. There's a couple different ways you can do it. I'm not following what it says on the bag just because I've done this a bunch of times before. We're just going to try to melt it a little bit slowly. So, sounds like my popcorn is almost done. And I don't want to pop it for too long because otherwise it's going to burn. So when it starts to pop slowly, then I'm going to open the microwave. Like right now, I heard it stop popping. Open it up. A couple more pops maybe. Let's see. Look at all that delicious popcorn. Okay, so I'm going to move you down so you can see. How's that for right now? Open up my popcorn bag. Yum. And then carefully, I'm going to spread it out all over my pan. Ooh, that's a lot more than I thought. Yeah. There we go. Perfect. So that's all taken care of. We have popcorn ready to go. Now we're going to go ahead and get our chocolate ready. So again, put that in the microwave. Let's see if I can have you see it. There's my microwave. I'm just going to open it for you. And then we're going to do this one for just 30 seconds and then try to stir it up. I have an add 30-second button. Otherwise, you can type in that number 30. So I'm going to push 3, 0, that triangle start button. And I'm going to let it go ahead and melt a little bit for about 30 seconds. Now, it might not be totally melted by the time that's done, so we might have to microwave it for a little bit longer. And we'll test it by trying to stir it with our spoon. If it's soft, then we should be able to use it from there. If not, we'll put it in for a couple more seconds and see how it goes. So, there we go. Let's check it out. The bowl might get hot. Just be careful when you're taking it out. Mine are still not very melted, so I'm going to pop that back in there for maybe another 30 seconds. We really want to do this slowly because otherwise your chocolate is going to melt. Excuse me, your chocolate's going to burn and then we won't be able to use it. But if you saw, I only used about half of my bag. So you should have some leftovers just in case that happens. Sometimes it does, and that's okay. Just try again. Alright, we have about 10 more seconds on this one. It usually takes about a minute and a half, but I want to go really slow so it doesn't burn. There we go. Check it again. Oh, it's starting to melt. Can you see? Oh, you probably can't see. There we go. It's starting to melt. I'm going to give it probably a few more seconds because there's still some chunks that just don't want to melt completely. Put that back in the microwave for about 15 more seconds, and then I'm going to check it, and then I'll show you our next step because this popcorn smell is delicious and it's making me so hungry. So I'm hoping this chocolate is ready soon, so eat this popcorn. All right, let's check. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Oh yeah, that's perfect. So for me, it took about 1 minute and 15 seconds, but your microwave is going to be different, so make sure mom and dad check it with you a couple different times to make sure. Do it really slow, about 30 seconds each time. Okay, so we're ready. My next step, I'm going to move you down so you can see my pan. There's 2 ways you can do this. The first way I'm going to show you right now. I can just take my spoon and I can drizzle like this some chocolate over my popcorn. Oh my goodness, it looks amazing. So that's way number 1. You see how my popcorn's starting to look covered, a little bit patriotic? Love it. All right, that's one way you can do it. Another way, I'm gonna get out that cup that I showed you earlier and put it here. And then I'm gonna get out the bag and open my bag up, put it in the cup like this, and then I'm gonna fold the edges of the bag over the cup so that it's wide open, like that. And then I'll take that chocolate that I just melted. You're gonna want help from mom and dad to help you with this part. I'm gonna scoop it into the bag. Oh, yum. It looks so good. All right, and then once it's in the bag, put my bowl to the side. I'm gonna take my bag off of that cup, and now I've got that melted chocolate in the bag, see? Very carefully make sure I pinch this, get all the air out. You try it. You're good at pinching things, pinch and press. We've practiced this. And then smush all your chocolate to the side. Now look, I can use my scissors. Mom and dad should help you with this part. Cut a small little end in your bag, and then watch this. This is a cool trick. I can drizzle my chocolate all over this popcorn. Oh my gosh, friends. I can't wait to share this. It looks amazing already. So good. I like lots of chocolate, so I'm going to keep squeezing until I'm done, but maybe you only like a little. That's up to you. All right. Chocolate squeezed out. This part's just trash. And then last step, get your sprinkles out. You know what? I'm going to cut this one because I want it to come out carefully and slowly. There is a little pull tab, but I'm just afraid. So get your scissors out. And I just cut a little corner, not the whole top. And then I'm going to show you what how I'm going to put them on here. Here's my bag. Shake out my red, white, and blue sprinkles all over. You can put as much or as little as you want. And guys, it looks really good. It looks ready to eat. I'm going to let the chocolate cool until it gets hard because right now it's still kind of melted. And then when the chocolate's cool, I can scoop this all up and put it in a big bowl, and it's ready to share with my family and my friends on the 4th of July. It looks delicious. I don't know if I can wait to eat it. I might have to eat it now. I don't know. You might have to do a taste test too. It's pretty good. All right. Have a good day. Have a great 4th of July. I will see you next week.